Hello everyone, hope all is well and welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing a glowy summer look using more affordable products. I have products from BH, Cosmetics, ColourPop, and stuff you can find at the drugstore. So before we get into it, I would love for you to subscribe if you aren't already. It means so much to me, and let's get to it. I just got my hair re-dyed yesterday, so that's why my hairline looks all blotchy and strange. But the first product I'm going in with is the Catrice Prime and Fine Pore Refining Anti-Shine Base. And I used this in a video not too long ago, and I used it once since then, and I just want to revisit it. I remember really liking it. It is a little bit more of a mattifying primer, but it feels more like a moisturizer, which I really like about it. It's very light, and I'm happy that it's kind of mattifying because I've been extra oily right now since it's hot and also rainy, so it's pretty humid outside, and I also really keep it humid in my room for my plants. So I just need this to stay for my day today. I have a little bit of a day today. Just boring stuff, nothing cool happening, bank stuff and that kind of boring stuff. But anyways, next for my foundation, I picked up the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. This used to be my absolute favorite foundation for so long, and I don't know what made me stop using it. Maybe I just had a shade that didn't match me anymore, or I moved on to other products to give different products a go, but I'm really excited to revisit it. I have the shade 204 Natural Buff. I'm just going to apply a little bit on the back of my hand to begin with, and I'm just going to dot that on my skin. I'm going to take this complexion brush from Royal Langnickel, and I'm going to buff this out. I remember this was my go-to foundation for like 2 years. What I loved about it was how it was so lightweight and super glowy, but long-lasting as well. This glow it has is beautiful, beautiful. It's a pretty good match for me too. I'm really happy about that. And I'm going to pass over everything with my beauty blender. I always do this. I do this to pick up any excess product, any brush streaks left from the brush, and to add a little bit more glow. This is looking really good. I'm really excited to have this back in my collection. For my concealer, I'm going to use, oh no, okay, I didn't even realize that this was completely empty, so change of plan. I'm going to use these NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. They sent me some when in a PR package not too long ago. I think they sent me like a bronzing shade as well as a highlighting shade because they're a contour concealer, but this is a little bit too light and this is not dark enough to contour with, so I'm hoping if I mix the both of them together under the eyes, that'll make the perfect concealer shade. And I'm just going to blend that out with my beauty blender. Not the best color. I might just try to squeeze out whatever I can of this Instant Rewind. I love this one for my more quick days when I need to get out the door because it's quite a thin formula, but you can build it up. I'm just going to try to get whatever I can get out here. I think I prefer this formula much more than the NYX one. I just really enjoy this formula. It's quite hydrating under the eyes. It's not super drying. I've gone through tubes and tubes of it. Yeah, I like that a lot better. It's definitely very brightening and neutralizing under the eyes. Now I'm going to go into bronzer, and these I've been loving so much. They're the Maybelline City Bronzers. These are such beautiful formulas. They did send these to me. They sent 3 shades, and I thought that was the brand like picking the shades that might suit me, but that's actually the full range. So I definitely think that they should extend their shade range. But right now I'm kind of sitting in between these 2 shades, which also is a good indicator that they need to shade extend. These are bronzer and contour powders. I just love them. I have the shade 100 and 200, and I'm going to kind of dabble between both of them to get the perfect shade. Here's what they look like. This is 100 and this is 200. They do have a little bit of a sheen in them. I'm going to use this, it's my Ray Ray number 3 brush from BH Cosmetics. This is such a beautiful bronzer. One of my favorite powder bronzers lately. This is such an amazing bronzer. It's kind of like, it goes on like a cream, like a creamy powder. It's so beautiful. And I'm just going to do my wave technique, so I bring the bronzer all the way across, up and over the nose, just to really give a sun-kissed look. Ooh, I just love that bronzer. I really recommend these. I hope that they extend their shade range, because it's kind of annoying to buy two, because then it kind of defeats the purpose of a good drugstore product if you're gonna have to buy two. For my highlighter and blush, I'm going to go into this BH Cosmetics Blushing in Bali palette. When I went to Hawaii last time, I brought this and I cracked the mirror. Bad luck. I think I'm gonna take the shade Coral. I like this palette because you get like a nice peachy blush, a cool tone pink blush, and a more berry tone blush, and then as well as these really amazing highlighters. These are super, super intense. They're a little bit intense for my taste of highlighters, but if you apply them super, super sparingly, it kind of acts like a cream. I'm going to take this BH Cosmetics number 3 brush. It's part of the Neon Collection Festival, this year's festival collection. And we're going to first take the shade Coral. And I'm just going to apply this on the apples of my cheeks. And these are really nice because they have some shimmer in it, so it adds a little bit of glow. And for my highlighter, I'm going to use my favorite highlighting brush, the BH Cosmetics, and it's my Ray Ray number 5 brush, and I'm going to use the shade Glisten and maybe a little bit of Sunkissed mixed. I'm not sure, but these are so insanely shimmery. Look at that. Okay, hold on. Yeah, and I'm just going to do little circular motions. Okay, that's a little bit icy. I'm going to go into Sunkissed. I'm just going to take my beauty blender and try to melt that back into the skin. I think these are kind of like creamy highlighters because the more you buff them into the skin, the more like polished it looks. It's kind of crazy. Okay, that's a little bit intense for me. I'm going to take my brush that I used for my foundation and try to take that down, maybe blend that into the skin. Hopefully this will make it look like it's coming from within. Okay, that's better. It looks like it's coming from within. And I'm going to quickly do my brows off camera, but I'm going to be using the ColourPop Boss Brow and the Boss Brow Gel in soft black, both in soft black. If you want to see how I did that, I just did it in my full face using ColourPop. I don't want it to be too repetitive. For my eyeshadow palette, I'm going to be using this BH Cosmetics Hanging in Hawaii palette. This is such a good warm tone palette, and here's why. You get your neutral browns, and you get these peachier tones as well as these more pinky tones. I just really like it, and these shimmers is definitely what makes me love this palette the most. They're so reflective and beautiful. So the first shade I'm going to take, I might actually go back in with my bronzers to just kind of make a more cohesive monochromatic kind of look. So I'm going to take the shade 200 of the Maybelline City bronzer into the crease using a Smith 232 brush. Then on this Smith 230 brush, I'm going to take the shade, what do I want? Tiki right here. And I'm going to place this into the crease as well, just a bit lower than that bronzer shade I used. Then I'm going to go in with this BH Cosmetics number 11 brush, and I'm going to dip into the shade Mahalo right there. And I'm going to do more of a halo eye today. I just really want it to be soft though, so I'm just going to really buff this. And I'm going to blend that out with the Smith 232 brush with the Tiki shade. I'm going to take that Tiki shade all the way across the lower lash line. And to deepen up the outer corner that much more, I'm going to take the shade Honolulu, which is the deepest brown. It's kind of more of a plum shade, which is fun to pair with the pinkier shades in here. And I'm just going to take that out onto the outer corner just to deepen that up a little bit more. For my shimmer shade, I'm going to take the Smith 247 brush, a more flat pinched brush, but still pretty fluffy. I'm going to, I think, take the shimmer shade Sandy right here. So I just want it soft, and oh my gosh. Okay, these shimmers are so good. And I'm also going to take that shade on a Smith 253. I'm going to dampen it just to get some more precision. And for the inner corner highlight, I'm going to take the shade Hula right here. I'm just going to use my pinky finger. And for the brow bone, I'm going to use the same. For my mascara, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Voluminous. I heard lots of great things about this. I've had this for a little bit. I never wore it for a full day. I always used this one when I was doing my 3 looks 1 palette because it was kind of an easier mascara to remove. But I'm going to test this out today. I really like the way it makes my lashes look, so I'm hoping it will last throughout the day. And here are the eyes all done. I was planning on wearing a strip lash, but I really love how this turned out. I think I'm just gonna wear just mascara. Who am I? I really love these eyes, super soft. I love it. I love the shimmer on the bottom. I feel like it really opens up the eye, really draws attention to them. And now final step, the lips. I think I'm gonna use a ColourPop Velvet Blur lipstick. This is in the shade CA Love. I love the little star imprints on them. It's so cute. So I'm gonna just pat this onto the lips. And kind of spread that out with my finger. And then I think I'm gonna top it off with this NYX little lip oil I have. It's so tiny and cute. This is in the shade Cranberry Mint. So I think this will give a really nice glossy look to the lips. I really like that combo, nice and warm, kind of more on the peachy side, kind of goes with the blush nicely. I really like how this turned out today. It's very nice and soft. Oh, and the final step is setting spray. I always forget, but I have this Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray, and it looks like it has some kind of little pigment in it, like little shimmer. I'll show you. I don't know if you can see those little shimmery ribbons. Looks really cool. I've never used this before, so let's give it a go. It says shake before you use. Oh, I get nervous. I'm gonna block my eyes actually. It's very fragrant. I'm just gonna take my sponge and kind of melt that setting spray into the skin. Very dewy indeed. I like it. At first I was like, oh my gosh, this is way too perfumey for me, but it dissipates very quickly and I'm happy it doesn't linger because I'm kind of sensitive to smells. And here is the final look all complete. I love how this turned out. I think I look so glowy. I am so happy to be reunited with the L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation. I don't know why I ever stopped using it. I think my skin looks so good. This and the bronzer I think are my favorites, as well as the eyeshadow. Like the eyeshadow is so nice and soft. I think those are my 3 favorites of today. That is all from me today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will make sure to link everything I used in today's video in the description, and please subscribe if you haven't already. It would mean so much to me. If you have any products you would like to see me try out, please comment them down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!